this is lesson 4.4, example 1 of 3, and we are again adding and subtracting mixed numbers. This is using renaming, or if you prefer the word regrouping, if you prefer borrowing, for subtraction at least. Carrying if you are adding. So, as you would have seen on the blue box previously, you'll see that the first step in this one is to find the common factor. This is different from the last one because the last step, when we did it the regular way in 4.3 yesterday, the first step was to make these improper fractions. But this time we're going to make them have a common denominator first. We're going to let the whole numbers stand by themselves. So let's go ahead and do that. So 4 stays the same. What is a common denominator between 3/5 and 7/10? Well, 5 and 10, common denominators are going to be 10. I can leave this fraction be just fine. So I'll just pop that down. 2 and 7/10 is fine the way it is. And this one, the 4 stays the same. 4 pizzas is 4 whole pizzas, regardless of how many slices I am cutting them into. If I have 4 whole pizzas, it doesn't matter if I'm cutting them into 5 pieces each or 10 pieces each. The 4 stays the same. The 3/5, on the other hand, changes. To go from 5 to 10, I multiply by 2. So I need to do what I did to the bottom, I need to do to the top. So 3 times 2 is 6. Notice that I'm not putting 3/10 here. The numerator has to change too. The numerator changes exactly the same way as the denominator. What I do to the top is what I did to the bottom. What I do to the bottom, I have to do that exact same thing to the top. Add those two together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break them apart a little bit. Step 2, add or subtract the fractions. I'm going to break the fractions off and add them together. So 6/10 plus 7/10 equals 13/10. Now I'll add or subtract the whole number. So in this case, 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 equals 6. Now what I have is 6 and 13. 6 and 13/10. 13/10 can't stand though. I need to simplify this. 13/10. How many times does 10 go into 13? 1 time. And what's left over? 3/10. And I can show that up here. 13 divided by 10, 1, 10, subtract 3. For those who need that visual. Now I have 6 and 1 and 3/10. Now again I can add my whole number. 6 plus 1 and 3/10 equals 7 and 3/10. So 4 and 3/5 plus 2 and 7/10 equals 7 and 3/10.